Evening. I would like to call the Public Works and Utility Committee to order for the March 28th. May I have a roll call, please?
Chairperson Newell.
Present.
Vice Chairperson Gata.
Present.
Trustee Palafis.
Present.
Trustee Mills.
Present.
Trustee Stanton.
Present.
Trustee Vandenberg.
Present.
Mayor McLeod.
We have everyone accounted for, and we have a quorum. Next item would be the approval of minutes from February 22nd, 2016.
So moved.
A second.
We have a motion and a second. Do we have any additions, corrections? Seeing none. With a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
No nays. Motion passed. Under new business, we have 8 items. Item number 1 is request approval of an ordinance adding a termination date to the sanitary sewer recapture provisions included in ordinance 2884-1997.
So moved.
A second.
We have a motion and a second. Do we have something that we can expound on this just a little
I will
bit?
expound very briefly. This is really just a cleanup item. When we were looking at the ordinances, this is the only one we could find that didn't have a termination date on it, and all the other ones did. There was a similar water recapture done at the same time, and that had a termination date. We looked in the files, couldn't figure out a reason why we didn't, so we're recommending that we just add a termination date, which will be about 10 months from now.
Okay. Do we have any questions up here? Seeing none, we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
No nays, motion passed. Item number 2, request approval for the Historical Sites Commission to proceed with 2016 budgeted activities and events in an amount not to exceed $1,200.
So moved.
A second.
We have a motion and a second. Trustee Palafis?
Why is it only some of the commissions actually ask for their budget? Not everybody does it. No. Just curious. Is it mandated, or do they just do it out of courtesy?
The Boards and Commission Manual was revised, and I'd have to look at when it was, but several years ago, and it says that they can proceed with their annual plan, but they can also bring it through their standing committee. It also says if they want to make any changes to it, they can do that by requesting the village manager approve it if it's within their still budgeted amount, their total budget amount. But if they want to do anything before that, it comes to the board. So I'll look at it again, Trustee Palafis, but
I was just curious.
I really think that more should, and we should probably talk to the liaisons about the annual plan of action coming, especially for, if you think about it, 4th of July, that's one event. This is really should be for the commissions that have many events during the year versus a singular event.
Okay.
Okay, any other questions? Seeing none, we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
No nays, motion passed. Item number 3, request authorization to extend 2014 contract for 2016 concrete maintenance restoration to Globe Construction out of Addison, Illinois, which is the low bid, at a unit price of $7.99 per square foot for sidewalk, $35 per lineal foot for curb replacements, and $78 per square yard for driveway apron replacements, in an amount not to exceed $110,000.
So moved.
A second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions, additions? Seeing none, we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
No nays, motion passed. Item number 4, request authorization to award contract for 2016 contracted parkway tree trimming program to Central Tree Service, which is out of Hoffman Estates, Illinois, and the lowest bid in an amount not to exceed $50,000.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions? Seeing none, we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
No nays, motion passed. Item number 5, request authorization to waive formal bidding and contract remodeling services for the replacement of carpeting and office partitions, workstations, and file cabinets for Public Works Center through the Cooperative Purchasing Network, which is the TCPN consortium, to Midwest Office Interiors out of Woodridge, Illinois, in an amount not to exceed $126,353.20.
So moved.
A second.
A second. Trustee Palafis?
Is this for all public works where you guys sit back in that area?
For the admin section of the building. So the supervisor's offices don't count, or their little area there, and the guys in the far back workshops. But what typically happens is they'll pillage through the stuff that we're getting rid of, and then it'll fall down. So.
Okay.
They're recycling.
Yes.
Well, in
course.
essence, the stuff that Public Works has now is remnants of what was at the Village Hall and police.
Yeah.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, I would like to say that I see that you're going to handle the interior painting, right, from the staff and so forth. I think that's excellent, at least to help, keep the costs down.
Yeah, we're going to try to do what we can to keep the costs. We're actually looking at potentially doing some of the demo work in-house too. So this is worst-case scenario price, and we're hoping to come in under this.
Very good, that's all I have.
Okay, who put it up?
Go ahead. You can go.
Okay, trustee Stanton?
How long is this expected to take? 4 months, 5 months?
Oh, no. We're looking at a week. For them to come in. We're going to have everything out, and then, like I said, we may, if we can work it in our work schedule, we may have our guys drag everything out and do the demo of the existing workstations. We're going to have them handle taking up the carpet, just because the carpet adhesive and all that, the professionals are probably better at doing that work. And then once that's done, they're going to lay carpet tiles, similar to what we have here, instead of rolling out carpet. And then they'll be assembling the workstations. We're going to keep them all inside, and there's going to have a staging area. So the furniture seller said it could be a few days.
Okay, thanks.
I'm good.
You're good, okay. Trustee Vandenberg?
And this is probably a great time to do it because you're not doing any snow plowing in the fall.
That's right.
And it's,
Yeah.
All the money we
Yeah.
saved there is.
right,
Well, the lead time for this, we're hoping, we'll probably get it sometime. We're thinking sometime in the summer. Hopefully not like right before the 4th of July. We won't schedule it for then, but maybe sometime after.
get it before the lawn mowing season, then, it's
Yeah.
perfect time.
Yeah. Well.
Okay. So we got a plan. Anyone else? No questions? Okay, so we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
No nays, motion passed. Item number 6, request authorization to award contract for purchase of 30 complete Mueller fire hydrants to Zybel Water Service Products Incorporated out of Elk Grove Village, Illinois, which is a low bid, in an amount not to exceed $91,500.
So moved.
A second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions? Seeing none. Would a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
No nays, motion passed. Item number 7, request acceptance of the Department of Public Works monthly report.
So moved.
A second.
We have a motion and a second. Any additions? Anything? Nothing? Think spring, yay. Okay, we have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
No nays, motion passed. Item number 8, request acceptance of the Department of Development Services monthly engineering report of the Transportation and Engineering Division.
So moved.
A second.
We have a motion and a second. Do we have anything to add?
Nothing additional.
Nothing additional? Okay, so a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
No nays, motion passed. And now we're up to the President's report.
Yeah, first I'd like to congratulate Karen Mills' husband Glenn on his 10th 300 game bowling.
Thank you on his
10th.
behalf.
So cool.
He's got 8 fingers and 2 thumbs. What's he going to do now?
Earrings.
I'm waiting for the even dozen,
Yeah, it's just another day at the bowling alley for Glenn.
Thank you, though.
10, 300?
10 300s.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
301 now.
Yeah. I'll give him your thanks, your appreciation. Thank you.
Okay. Wednesday, I had the opportunity to attend Wine Wednesday at First Place up on Algonquin Road. It was a great time. Saturday, I attended one of the Easter egg hunts at Pine Park by Jefferson School. It was very well attended, and everybody had a great time, parents, kids, and grandparents. Today, I attended the Chamber Board meeting along with Mr. Norris, who serves on the board also. This evening, Trustees Mills and Newell and I stopped by the Police Department building. They're having a meeting with residents regarding recent police incidents, and it was mobbed. There were a lot of people there. So that was nice to see so many people coming out. And Chief Poulos did a great job of starting it off. That's all I got.
Thank you, Mayor. We have nothing under other, no items in review. Can I have a motion to adjourn, please?
So moved.
A second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
No nays, we are adjourned.
Yes, I'd like to call the Public Health and Safety Committee of Village of Hoffman Estates, March 28, 2016 meeting. May I have a roll call, please?
Chairman Gata,
Present.
Vice Chairman Palafis,
Present.
Trustee Newell,
Present.
Trustee Mills,
present.
Trustee Stanton,
Present.
Trustee Vandenberg,
Present.
Mayor McLeod.
Present.
Thank you, and we have a quorum. Approval of the minutes of February 22nd, 2016.
So moved.
Any questions, adding, deletions? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Under new business, we have 4 items. 1, request acceptance of the Police Department monthly report.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Chief, what would you like to add to that? I have nothing to add. All right, from the board here? Seeing none, I have something to add, though. I would like to read a letter This was February 18th, 2016, to Chief Boss. Received an email from Schaumburg resident Shannon Roach, which stated in part, I could not get my Village of Schaumburg police to help me get a car seat installed in my van. The police nor fire department could help me. They told me to install it myself and then bring it in for inspection. My daughter lives in Hoffman Estates. She told me to ask the Hoffman Estates Police, as she just had one installed in her van. I called, got an officer who said that she would be happy to do it for me. She said safety for kids in car seats is very important. My 4-year-old grandson had a very nice experience, thanks to Officer Audrey Brunner. She explained everything to me in detail. Thank you for having an officer who genuinely cares for the safety of youngsters. She was very pleasant and made sure she did a good job. Lives are precious. There you go. I think that was excellent, right? Here, Schaumburg didn't want to do it, but we did it for her.
They couldn't do it.
Pardon?
They couldn't do it,
They couldn't do it.
according to our story.
Well, correct.
That's right.
So, any questions? Seeing none, I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Number 2, request acceptance of the Health and Human Services monthly report.
So moved.
I'll second.
Motion and a second. Would you like to add anything? Not at this time. All right. And would you say your name, please? Dr. Audrey, thank you.
She's our new Assistant Director of Health and Human Services.
Oh, very good. I know I had met her, I think, last week or so.
Right.
Any questions from the board? Seeing none, then I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Number 3, request acceptance of Emergency Management Coordinator monthly report.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any questions? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Number 4, request acceptance of the Fire Department monthly report.
I'll second.
Motion and a second. Any questions up here? Chief? Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, trustee from office.
Our largest loss, sadly, for February was the Village Green Building. Are we still going with spontaneous combustion for the cause, or?
Mr. Spontaneous did it.
Followed by miscombustion.
That's right.
The original assumption that was thrown out was a possibility of spontaneous combustion. But since that time, shortly after that, we sent our lead fire investigator, actually, and the state fire marshal came out as well and did an investigation of it. And they came back and they believe that the cause of the fire was actually incendiary in nature. But they could not determine exactly how it was started. But that's how they wrote the report at this time, yeah.
So like a cigarette butt or something?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay. That's all
They
for me.
couldn't find any evidence of any specific item, but they just knew that spontaneous combustion wasn't the answer.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions from the board? Yes. Trustee Van.
Chief, I know originally they said it was bad, but then they found it wasn't as bad as you originally thought. You said you could acid wash the building and it wasn't going to be as bad. So is that $20,000 mark, is that still pretty right on? Or?
You know, I can't really answer that question, what that number is. Yes, they were able to acid wash a lot of the stone. I just saw some pictures of it by Paul Petrenko today. It looks much better, but they still do need to replace some of the concrete that was below the fire, and I'm sure that Mr. Neville could probably give you a better number.
He was looking for reinforcements.
We had the vendor that did some sandblasting. we had them come out again and use a little bit more aggressive material, a little bit larger diameter grit, and they actually took off a good inch or 2 inches off of the stone. The stone was actually darkened that deeply into the stone from the fire, but they were able to get a good majority of it out. We do need to have a mason come in and do some tuck pointing, because along with taking the stone off, they took a lot of the material in between the stone out, so they're going to have to come back in and do some tuck pointing. We're setting up to have the concrete replaced pretty soon, and we also have a vendor coming out to do the new countertops. So we're hoping within the next few weeks to have it ready to go, and they'll be ready for business come spring.
And Mr. Petrenko, based on the conversation that you and I had with him, is also looking at different sealants to put on it?
To potentially seal the stone, it might darken all of the stone up a little bit, so it might match better.
Much better, yeah.
The burn part versus the
Well, and the
unburned
other
part.
reason is that when you soda blast off an inch, 2 inch, whatever sealant was on the outside of the stone is now gone. So you protect it from weather and other problems too by sealing it. And the reason why Public Works is doing it, since we're self-insured up to the first 100,000, it falls under facilities. And so Mr. Petrenko and Mr. Nebel have been handling that.
The total cost will probably be, I'm saying under 5,000, give or take. I have to check with Paul to see what the vendor charges for the second round of sandblasting, but the first round was less than $1,000. So depending on where the stainless steel countertops come in at, and in the concrete work, which is only a couple of squares, so it shouldn't be too bad.
Thank you.
Chief of Office?
Did we ask any of the neighboring businesses if they had video footage, by any chance? I know we don't, but
Chief Boss was going to have someone look into that, and I haven't heard back from him on that.
I mean, if the retention's 30 days, it's gone now, but
Well, but each building, each owner could have a different, our retention's 30 days.
Yeah.
But each business owner could have only a 24-hour loop. It depends on what they think they need
Right.
for their purposes. But would you ask the investigator who was going to look into that, please? I will, and I'll report back. Thank you.
Any other questions? Chief, would you like to add anything else to that? Nothing further. But I have a letter that was sent to you from a Karen Bachman, registered nurse at the Lexian Brothers Hospital. She said, I received an email from Kathy Donahue, one of the ED charge RNs today. The ED was unable to remove a 14-year-old girl's finger from the hole in an armrest. The ED charged RN called Hoffman Station 22 to see if they had any suggestions of how to safely remove the finger from the thick metal piece. The truck, squad, and the battalion chief from Station 22 volunteered to come over and take a look. Once there, the crews only asked the ED for a Dremel tool and then proceeded to take charge. They cut the metal piece and safely extracted the finger of the little girl. The ED charge RN wanted to extend her sincere thanks to the crews. She stated that nothing that the ED attempted was going to help the patient. Without the help of the crew, she was not sure what would have happened. That was very, very nice for her to send that, right? And for saving that little girl's finger instead of them cutting it off.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Now I am glad Eric Peterson's not here.
limited amount of options.
Did you want to add anything?
I'm sure she's probably wearing, displaying it nicely up on her mantle or something like that. But yeah, they were. We do that we have done that on many occasions, where we've gone over and helped the ER remove whatever from different people for it. So it's just something we do. Yeah,
Very good. We'll say thank you. All
will
right.
do. Will do.
Okay, any questions up here? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. President's report?
Anything else, Trustee Gata?
Okay, we have nothing in other items in review. Looking for an adjournment.
So moved.
I'll second.
Motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. We are adjourned. Thank you.
I'd like to call to order the Finance Committee. March 28, 2016. Can I have a roll call, please?
Chairperson Palafis.
Present.
Vice Chairperson Newell.
Present.
Trustee Gata.
Present.
Trustee Mills.
Present.
Trustee Stanton.
Present.
Trustee Vandenberg.
Present?
Mayor McLeod.
Present. And we have a quorum, thank you. I will entertain a motion to approve the minutes of February 22nd, 2016.
So moved.
Second?
A motion and a second. Any questions, comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, motion carries. We have 4 items under new business. The first being request approval of an ordinance reserving the village's volume cap.
So moved.
A motion and a second. Any questions, comments? Rachel, would you like to add anything, or?
To add, it's actually Judge Genera's item. Nothing to add.
Judge, you want to add anything? or?
No, it's
You're
just
good?
the same ordinance that we pass every year. When the finances in this nation change around and the interest rates change, maybe we'll be able to take advantage of it.
All right. All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, motion carries. Item number 2 is a request acceptance of the Finance Department monthly report.
So moved.
Second.
A motion and a second. Any questions or comments? I have one comment. There was some emails that went around about how, a group of people, Patty and Rachel's team and some from the village clerk's office have been able to collect in the range of $1 million, which is a big number. That was fantastic. Thanks for the additional detail today that you provided. We appreciate that. It's good to see where a lot of that money is being recouped from. And I'm sure it'll be put to good use. That's all for me. Anybody else have any comments? All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, motion carries. Item number 3 is a request acceptance of the Information Systems Department monthly report.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any questions, comments? Fred, anything? All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, motion carries. Item number 4 is a request acceptance of the Sears Center monthly report.
So moved.
A motion and a second. Any questions, comments? Ben? For real? That's the first time I think I've ever heard. Yeah, okay. All right. All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, motion carries. President's report.
Nothing else, trustee.
Anything else in other? There's nobody here, so no items in review, and I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you.